Hello, everybody. Welcome in to the NBA Front Office Show / Basketball Bulletin Combo Program. It's the trade deadline. You know what that means.
Front Office Thursday NBA Trade Deadline Special Edition.
Let's go. The NBA trade deadline is here. We're so happy to have you all here. We are just over an hour and a half away from the NBA trade deadline. We're going to be talking NBA hoops, all kinds of things happening around the league today. Keith, forget the trade deadline. This is a deadline that we've had a lot of moves take place around the NBA.
Yeah, we're up to it's a little hard because some of these might get combined into 3-team trades and the like. But right now, we're up to 24 total trades. That was through the last trade that was made, which was Jose Alvarado. So 24 total trades. It's 60 some odd players, and let me see. I can get it. Where are you? Things are moving too fast. 24 total trades, 62 unique players, and 35 unique draft picks, including some players were traded multiple times. And the only teams to not make a trade this in season, Denver Nuggets, the Houston Rockets, the Indiana Pacers, the Miami Heat, and the San Antonio Spurs. You got about an hour and a half to go. So I'm going to make a prediction. You ready?
Yes.
The most likely player to be traded, that will be traded before 3 p.m. Eastern, is Hunter Tyson of the Denver Nuggets to get them under the luxury tax.
Okay. I like that. I like that. That makes sense. So you think, how many of these teams, we have 5 teams that have not made a trade at this point. When the final buzzer sounds, how many teams will have not made a trade?
3.
Okay.
I think the Rockets, Pacers, and Heat will not make a trade. Do nothing. We'll see on the Spurs. Spurs. Remember, the Spurs went decades without doing in-season trades, and then they really have opened that up here in the last couple of years. So maybe they'll get something done, but we'll see. Pacers have been trying very, very hard to get a center. They've been engaged on Ivica Zubac. They've been engaged on Daniel Gafford. Nothing has gotten done yet, so we'll see.
All right, we'll see what happens with that. Keith, I guess let's go. By the way, if you're coming in from the Basketball Bulletin, you're coming in from the NBA Front Office Show, hit the subscribe button. Of course, we got y'all in here.
You drop a like.
Subscribe button. We got a lot going on around the league, a lot of stuff for us to break down. Keith, while we're digging into all of this, I guess the big news of this morning, of course, was Gabe Vincent. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The big news of the morning was Giannis Antetokounmpo is not being traded by the Milwaukee Bucks. Thoughts on that decision from Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think what happened with the Bucks, there's a couple of things here. One, they've been reluctant all along, right? They did not want to trade Giannis at any point. Giannis never openly said, get me out of Milwaukee, right? Never once was I want to move. So we're in a spot where there was, unless I think they were completely bowled over with a monster offer, we just weren't going to see Giannis move. In those monster offers from the teams where it makes sense were going to be hard to put together right now. Minnesota tried really, really hard to get something done for Giannis. They made the Mike Conley salary dump to get under. I think they had a nice little rebound trade with Ayo Dosunmu and Conley, because then he was retraded later. He may come back around to Minnesota. Don't be surprised if that happens. So I think the Wolves ended up okay, but I think they're in a spot where they weren't able to get there, in part draft pick capital. They couldn't get there. The Heat couldn't get there with the draft picks that were needed. So a lot of that is why the Bucks, if you're trading Giannis, they wanted young players, multiple draft picks. When we say multiple, we're talking 4, 5, 6 picks total and swaps and everything else under the sun. And they just couldn't get there with anybody. And the Warriors, when they pivoted last night to Kristaps Porzingis, I think that really ended it. And that's where the Bucks said, let's just keep Giannis and we'll figure this out down the line.
Yeah. And there are teams that have been telling the Bucks, we have a better offer for you this summer. So it makes sense for them to potentially wait here. Now, I also think, Keith, from here on out for the Bucks, the plan is going to be not necessarily to be awful or whatever, but their hope has to be that they lose enough games. I don't know if they can out tank Memphis right now, but they're going to want to lose enough games to hopefully get a little lottery luck and then tell Giannis, hey, they can't get the number 1 pick because they're a pick swap situation, but we got the number 2 pick, the 3 pick, the 4, whatever, and we're going to get this great young player, or we're going to take this pick and we're going to turn it into this guy to give us a chance to really go win right now. Keith, I think that is the last, frankly, only shot Milwaukee has at convincing Giannis that they have a chance to win. It would be getting lottery luck, moving up in the draft, and then using that asset in whatever way they need to in order to put a winning team in Milwaukee. Even then, I think it would be difficult, but I think that's the last shot the Bucks have to convince Giannis that he can win a championship in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm going to pause here to say I hope you guys like this side profile view because I'm going to be looking a lot at my other screen just to make sure we're not missing anything. Now, here's where we are with what you just said. Doesn't it remind you a little bit of Damian Lillard a couple years ago, where it was they're going to get a high pick and maybe that'll be enough to keep him? Obviously, Giannis, even that version of Dame, Giannis at a different level. So, but yeah, I mean, we're going to see this summer, but I think you're right. I kind of don't think he moves even this summer. I think there's a chance he sticks and Milwaukee tries to make this work, and I don't hate it. I don't hate that idea for Giannis and the Bucks. If they're happy, then we just kind of move on, right? Like if they're happy together, then we should celebrate a guy running his entire career with one team.
What if he says, I'm not going to sign the extension?
Well, then you have to trade him because at that point, if he says he's not signing,
if he signs the extension, he's accepting not contending for a championship, and that's fine.
Well,
that's
right now, fine. I mean, or he's at least putting faith, like you will put enough around me later to do that. But
for the foreseeable future, I mean, he would not be contending for a championship, and that's okay if he prioritizes being in Milwaukee ahead of a championship. I do not fault him at all. I'm not going to hold that against him one bit. That's a special relationship that a player has with a city when they play their entire career in one place, and it would be very cool to see with Giannis and the Bucks. But it's the unfortunate reality of the situation. You're not going to win a championship in Milwaukee, so you have to decide: do you want a championship or do you want to be in Milwaukee? You can't have both. And and if he decides that and he signs the extension, phenomenal. That's great. Happy for Giannis. If he decides that he's prioritizing winning a championship, that's okay too. But that's where then he needs to say, you know what, guys, I'm not going to extend. What he should not do is lead the Bucks on and then leave as a free agent in 2027. That would be a disaster for Milwaukee.
Yeah. And if you're Milwaukee, if we get to October, I know that's like right on the eve of training camp, and he hasn't signed, then you're doing the Karl Anthony Towns, and you're making a late season trade and moving them then, and just saying, all right, hey, you didn't do the extension, because remember, guys, you can't extend until October 1st. So it's a little while. Yeah, a bunch of people are calling out the Bucks tweet. The Bucks account posted the yawning meme. Like, really?
A yawning meme?
Yeah, the yawning emoji, rather.
The emoji?
Yeah, the little emoji where the guy's like, oh. So, hey, cool stat that I just saw. Let me make sure I got it right. I think it was from Synergy. Jose Alvarado has more steals in his career than turnovers.
Huh.
That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. It's because he does the sneaky thing where he goes and hides. I love Jose Alvarado. He goes and hides in the corner.
Yep.
Yeah, Grand Theft Alvarado. That's it.
Knicks fans are gonna love him. Like, they are going to absolutely love him. So
absolutely.
I put this on Twitter shortly before we went live, but the Celtics trade of Anthony Simons to the Bulls for Nikola Vucevic is now official. I know there were people that were like, hey, maybe that gets expanded into something bigger. It did not. So just so everybody knows.
All right. And by the way, any deals that happen, we're going to be breaking them down as they occur. Let's jump into some of our super chats here. Hey, Trevor and Keith, watching you guys live on my 22nd birthday today. Busy trade
Hey,
deadline.
happy
Keep up the
birthday.
amazing work, you both. Hey, happy birthday. Happy
Yeah,
22nd birthday.
fantastic. Great day for a birthday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Considering the Lakers cap, what dollar amount are the Pistons priced out at for Lakers free agents, restricted free agent Jalen Duren? I don't think there is a number that they price out at.
Yeah, I mean, you'd
That
have to go.
they'd
Lakers
have
would
to
probably
maybe-
have to go to a max,
Yeah,
and then you see if they blink, right?
yeah. And
If
same for
anything
Kessler.
less than that, they're probably just gonna match and move on.
I know, like right now, the names out there in unrestricted free agency are not great. Not great in terms of players that aren't already Lakers anyway. For Lakers fans. So my caution though would be that anybody who's a restricted free agent, don't get your heart set on them. Don't even pretend they do not exist. They are not available. Restricted free agents agency is a no-fly zone for every team except for the incumbent team. That's what we've historically seen. Maybe Denver would blank on Peyton Watson if they're really determined to not want to be a second apron team, but I think they would do other stuff before they would get to that point. The best case, the best way to look at it to avoid getting your hopes up on it is to assume that restricted free agents are not actually in any way, shape, or form available. And then if there's some type of a sign and trade or something like that, great. You can go from there. But restricted free agency is not a pretty path for a team to explore.
Hey, we're getting a little bit of news here. Not a trade, but maybe why a trade was made. Back to Jose Alvarado. Miles McBride for the Knicks. So Deuce McBride is undergoing surgery tomorrow for a sports hernia. And he'll be out until the playoffs. So we're seeing that Stephen Bondi and Ramona Shelburne both reported that. So
right. So that's that part of the reason for Alvarado.
Yeah. Michael Scotto, who joined us, just tweeted that Haywood Highsmith is drawing interest from playoff teams. He was waived today, straight waived, no buyout by the Nets because they needed to create a roster spot to complete the trade they made with the Clippers and Raptors, where they got Ochai Agbaji. It says Highsmith is now healthy, has begun playing 5-on-5, and was going to make his debut for the Nets next week. So now they are in a position where he'll be a buyout season, we'll just call it, even though it was a straight waiver.
So Highsmith is now able to play because he has not played yet at all this season, as you said. We'll see. He's one of the guys that is going to be out there on the market now. But yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting that Highsmith hasn't played, and he was, according to this report, he was going to make his debut on February 11th.
Yeah. So now, then that is even new news too, because that he hadn't even that didn't even been put out there at all. So we'll see with that one. I don't doubt Scotto's reporting at all. I do worry how ready Haywood Highsmith is to jump in and help a team.
Right. All right. Let's see. Anything else going on there?
Do you want to go back? Because we haven't talked some of the stuff from last night.
Yeah.
Down after we closed.
Where did we leave off? We talked AD to the Wizards, didn't we?
Yeah, we did that. That broke live while we were on the show.
That's right.
We've done the Sexton trade, the McCain trade. So I'm just gonna kind of do them in order off of the spot tracker. Lonzo Ball, I think we had talked that was that's simple and that's straight.
It's a salary dump. Yeah.
Into there saves the Cavs a ton of money. Thunder made a weird little trade. They acquired the draft rights to Balsa Koprivica, that's a real guy, Trevor, I promise. That from the Jazz, they paid cash to get his draft rights. And why they did that is all of their other draft rights players that they have are very old, and they're not. The NBA, it's probably almost 8 to 10 years ago now, said a rule where you can't just trade draft rights to anybody. They have to be in the NBA's determination reasonably likely that there's a chance they could come to the NBA. So no more trading guys who are 50 years old that you just have draft rights for. So Kaprivica is still well within range. He's still playing professionally overseas. So why would the Thunder do that? This is a super smart move if your ownership will spend a little bit of money, because that's where cash comes from, is you get this. Now they don't have to trade a pick later if they don't want to. Not that they don't have, but still plenty of picks to trade, but just a smart little fun move that our super nerdy niche audience would appreciate.
Yeah.
Here. Tyus Jones, Magic, salary dump. Tyus Jones, Magic are now under the luxury tax. So they moved him to Charlotte there. So that got done.
I'm looking to see, is there a move tracker on Spot Track that I can put up?
Yeah, it's called it's if you go to here, I'll just send you the link.
Perfect. Aha.
Did you find it?
Yeah, well,
wait, why did it
no, that's two-way.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's in that same section though. Under transactions, there's a one called trades.
Okay. I'll grab it. There we go. It's loading slowly, but we'll get it.
Yeah, the site is getting hammered today.
I wonder why.
Yeah, shocking. And we stood up extra servers and everything, so we should be okay though. It's hanging in there. Slow is not loading. So, all right. So you've got it up. Scroll down a little bit. Jock Landale moved to Atlanta. Good pickup for the Hawks. They needed another big after trading. Keep going down. He's further
Where is
down.
it?
Keep going. One more. There he is.
Oh, that one.
Hawks needed another big after trading, or now they're trading Kristaps Porzingis. They needed another big anyway. So they'll that's just a good pickup, right? Again, basically paid cash to pick up Landale, open a roster spot for the Jazz, which they used today to bring in Chris Boucher from the Celtics. Boucher probably a buyout candidate. A couple people asked me, like, why is Boston trading him? He hasn't played really all season long. He's just kind of doesn't look like he has anything left in the tank with him. Then we get into the bigger moves. The Warriors, 2 trades. First, Trace Jackson Davis sent to the Raptors. That's more of like a roster clearing trade. But then the big one, Kristaps Porzingis to the Warriors for Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield. So Porzingis, if they can get him on the floor, that's a great addition for the Warriors. That one's up higher.
Yeah, is it? It's even ahead of the Trace Jackson Davis deal?
Keep going.
Because Jackson Davis came out after.
It's in there somewhere. There it is, right there. There it is.
There.
So and then Kuminga and Hield from the Warriors standpoint, they weren't even playing. They weren't even part of the rotation. So potential center impact guy in Porzingis for nobody. So we'll see where that goes.
Well, I don't mind it for the Warriors if they can get Porzingis on the floor. And is it a little bit of addition by subtraction in that now the Kuminga question is no longer there for the Warriors?
Yeah, sorry, I'm responding to a text. Yes, absolutely. Now Steve Kerr and everybody else will never be asked about it again.
Right.
So at least that part's over. And done with for them. I know it's not the return I think Warriors fans wanted, but Porzingis will help if they can get him on the court. If not, his contract expires and you move on with some flexibility in the summertime.
Exactly. And they clear the air there in Golden State. All right. Any other trades that you wanted to touch upon? We can look at.
Let's do the
big one was the Ayo Dosunmu one.
Yeah, Ayo Dosunmu gets sent to the Wolves from the Bulls. Good pickup, right? Dosunmu basically slides into play the role Nickeil Alexander-Walker had as a defensive guard who can also shoot and score a little bit. They give up on Rob Dillingham only in year 2, so that's a little Let's see. Maybe the Bulls, straight gold with that one. And then 4 second-round picks in that trade. So a bunch of seconds going out in that trade. I like it for Minnesota. I think for the Bulls, yeah, if you weren't going to re-sign DeSumo, might as well get Rob Dillingham in there. And then the Bulls are their roster is the most unbalanced, weird roster in the league right now.
Yeah, it's Chicago, we talked about this. They are almost certainly dropping out of the play-in chase here. Charlotte will probably take that spot. I don't mind.
I think so. I hope so too.
Right? I hope so.
At this point,
I don't mind the Bulls taking a chance on Dillingham just to see kind of what's there. I like the 4 second-round picks. Obviously, that's nice. I guess you got more than you did for Kobe White there. And I love the DeSumo addition for the Wolves. And there were, it's a good addition with you saw so many fan bases around the league say, damn it, when Ayo DeSumo went. Because everybody wants a player like that can defend, that can shoot a little bit, do a little bit of everything for you. I think he is a great pickup for the Wolves.
Yeah, completely agree. So that was a good get for them. And then we saw the 3-team trade, Agbaji to Brooklyn. Chris Paul goes to Toronto. He will be bought out by the Raptors if they don't trade him here in the next hour and 15 minutes. The Clippers got draft rights to Vanja Marinkovic, who he's never going to come over. That was just a move to be done there. So Toronto Brooklyn gets a 2nd-round pick and some cash for eating Agbaji's contract. So good work by the Nets. That's where the Highsmith waiver came from. We joked about it at the beginning, but let's do your team's trade. I think this is a solid move for the Lakers. Like it's not going to hurt anything.
No, it might.
I don't know. I mean,
this is where I'm at with it. And people took me as being like too negative about it. If this turns into you get Luke Kennard for half a season, and then he just kind of evaporates into nothing, you lost a 2nd-round pick, and they've done that too many times.
Yeah. They don't have it left now.
Exactly, they have none left. So like when a lot of people are upset, well, why couldn't the Lakers get in on Ayo DeSumo? Because they don't have 2nd-round picks to offer. They've got one, and they used it on Luke Kennard. Now, Luke Kennard is right now the best 3-point shooter in the NBA by percentage. That is a useful thing. If this turns into, and my hope was that it was going to be Luke Kennard, and then you get something to address the defense. Something. You did not do that with Luke Kennard. I don't think he moves the needle for them. I think he helps them, but I don't think he moves the needle to where now you can say, okay, they're up there with Denver, they're up there with OKC, they're up there with these other clubs. So if this turns into something where the 2nd-round pick is just for half a season of Luke Kennard, and then that kind of turns into nothing, that's not ideal. And that's the type of move that we've seen them make a little bit too often. That said, with his shooting ability, he could be a long-term fit. And if this turns into more of and by long-term, I mean the next, season and a half at least, right? If you get him back on a team-friendly deal going into next year, totally fine, especially for getting the guy who has the best shooting percentage from deep in the NBA right now. My only concern is just you don't want to see this be a 2nd-round pick for half of a season of a guy, and it's another 2nd-round pick that just evaporates into nothing for the Lakers. If this turns into a long-term thing, phenomenal. Can't argue. Gabe Vincent wasn't giving them anything defensively anyway. So Kennard, you didn't get worse defensively. Kennard's not a good defender, but I don't think you got worse defensively. You got significantly better with your shooting. No problem with it, as long as it's not just a half a season thing.
Yeah, I think by the time you're to meaningful games, there's a chance to, whether Smart is coming off the bench or like it's just an early sub pattern, which basically puts him in more or less like a reserve role. The need for Gabe Vincent was far lessened. And like you said, you weren't getting that out of him anyway. There. So yeah, Kennard gives them shooting, right? Like that's, I think the value there, as long as he can make shots, and he never hasn't made shots. So the one thing that I will caution Lakers fans on, this guy passes up a lot of looks. Like it's been a thing for years with him, going back to his Pistons and Clippers days. So I think some people might be super frustrated, like, why will you not shoot? Like he wants to be open to make a shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
he's
chat's sorry, the chat's chiming in. The Celtics are signing two-way player Amari Williams. He's one of their
mhm.
centers to a standard contract. So that's how they're going to fill one of their two open roster spots.
All right. That's something to
That
keep
was
an eye
from
on
Mark
there. Or something that that they're getting done with one of their open roster spots.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you don't mind that move for the Lakers. I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you. I get where your concern comes. I think it's if it helps them win a handful more games and like gets them a little better of a playoff seed, then sure. Like
Yeah.
no, then I don't really have an issue. But yeah.
Yeah, as Brian says, crying about seconds after 3 seconds for DFS. But DFS, at least you said you flipped that into something. And he essentially became DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia. If Luke Kennard just it doesn't become anything, think about like Mo Bamba and all of that. We've been looking at for a while. Why are they so asset poor? Why does it feel there's like 3 players missing from this roster?
Yeah.
Because of the constant just evaporation of assets, that it dies on the vine. And that's just not what you want to see continue to happen. Yes, they gave up assets for DFS. They gave up the Russ trade is one of the worst we've ever seen in NBA history. The thing is, you can't keep doing those things. Otherwise, you will perpetuate the situation. So that's my only concern. Again, in a vacuum, value-wise, no problems. And as long as it ends up being a half a season thing, fantastic. Again, they need shooting. 22nd in the NBA in three-point percentage. Lower volume shooter needs to be maybe a little bit higher volume, but you can't complain about the shooting talent they just added. And then we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, and I don't want to make this a whole thing about the Lakers, but it is they are in a spot where you have to do better around the margins now, right? Like some of the teams that are consistently good do well around the margins. Like they do well with their player development. With these back end roster guys, you can't always just treat second round picks as nothing or just currency in trades. Eventually, and for the Lakers, right, they're generally a very expensive team. And with the aprons and all that, you have to nail those late picks every once in a while. You're not going to have a super huge hit rate on them because it's just not how it works, but you have to nail some of them. At least guys who can give you 10, 15 minutes a night in the regular season. I'm going to pull this one from the birthday boy, JJ Castillo.
Yeah.
Can you explain how teams get cash in a trade? Is it supposed to make the trade like that or something? I don't know what that means. I'm confused. It's literally exactly what it sounds like. The owner writes a check. It's probably a wire transfer, but they basically, if they're sending $1 million in cash in a trade, they write a check for $1 million, owner to owner. It's really team to team, and that's it. That's where the cash goes. Doesn't hit the cap, doesn't go anywhere. It's just there. The only restriction on cash is if you're over the second apron, you can't use cash in a trade because they wanted to restrict. That's one of the penalties being over the second apron is you can't just buy a you can't just go buy a pick using cash.
All right. Yeah, that's the way that definitely works. All right, let's go here. Here, this question. Oh, we're not going to see another. The Lakers already said or not the Lakers said, but the report was they're not going to make another move. I know Dave McMenamin said they might be looking for some things on the margins. That doesn't mean
this would not be on the margin.
This would not be on the margins.
Yeah.
So this is, I don't think they're going to look to do it. And frankly, the Lakers aren't going to do anything that has them taking back salary when Giannis is available.
Holy crap. Are all these super chats from today? From right now?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Some of these are from yesterday.
Oh, are you seeing some on your end from yesterday?
Yeah. Okay. All right. As long as you have the, I'm just going to leave
the trade that you mentioned.
There it is.
Tyson and a second round pick to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, I mean, pat myself on the back here, but they were always going to do that. They just needed to get under the luxury tax.
All right, let's go.
We should have had the breaking news drop, though. We don't know if we're going to be able to.
Oh yeah, I should have done it.
Oh well, too late. You know who lost here? The people who were looking to get these like massive luxury tax disbursement checks from the rest of the league.
Yes,
because I mean we had tax bills slashed all over the place. So not that we should care about billionaires not getting millions, but that did happen.
Yeah, and teams that were going to be getting those disbursements can't be thrilled.
Yep. All right, let's before we get into more super chats and questions. Yeah. We got about an hour to go. How this will work now is sometime within the next hour, we'll start getting the reporters who are really tied into the teams, so especially the beat reporters who are really good. They'll start tweeting out no more moves for Team X. Because they'll get that direct from the front office. We generally don't get those from like Shams or Stein or Jake or Scotto, any of the big name reporters, because that's more they'll give that to the beat guys with that. So we'll get those, and then just standard reminder, we say it every year, 3:00. How it works is your trade has to be in the queue with the NBA to basically be reviewed. Sometimes we get trades, full trades. Sometimes we just get details that trickle out after 3:00 Eastern. Usually within an hour, we'll know. But as long as you're in the queue, you'll go. So we're a little more than an hour out from the deadline itself.
Yep, 1 hour, 5 minutes roughly till the NBA's trade deadline, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's go. Here the Giannis stuff for the Lakers seems so overzealous and greedy. Like we just got our superstar number one guy, developed our number two. Why go for Giannis when you have Braun next year, possibly too? I mean, they may not. We don't know. He's a free agent. We'll see what happens there. But if you think there's any chance that the Lakers DNA would allow them to not chase Giannis, it's what they do, man. It's what they do.
I mean, different sport without a salary cap. But why the hell did the Dodgers sign everybody? Like, right? Because you do. If you can, you do it.
Yep.
Right? You're not trying to put this is not drafting your kids' little league teams where it's like, all right, we got to balance out the talent a little bit. If the Lakers could build a roster that goes and destroys everybody by 40 points a night, they would do it and laugh all about it every single time. Like that's why you do that. Oh, yeah. Josh Minot being traded from the Celtics to the Nets.
Oh, okay.
Nets are going to have to clear more roster spots.
Yeah, are they going to waive some guys?
Yeah, I think they're +2 now with the Tyson. Now, they could do it where they waive somebody, bring in one, waive that guy immediately, then complete the other thing there. So,
all right.
I got to do something real quick, so answer the chat.
Go ahead. Maxey Dalton, a first and a swap for Misi and Bay. They're not going to do that kind of stuff at this point. Not with Giannis being out there this summer. They're gonna make a run. I don't personally think 3 first-round picks and cap space is enough to get Giannis. I think that offer will get beat, but I think if there's a chance, they're gonna take it. I don't think they're doing anything that involves them taking back any salary. Could we trade for MPJ and don't think he's a good fit? Who would you give up for him? I don't think they're good. I don't think MPJ will clear the bar of a guy they would want at the expense of the pursuit of Giannis. And who knows what they've heard? Maybe they've heard something about Giannis wanting to be there or not. I don't know. Imagine Luke Kennard fails the physical and Gabe comes back. That's never a situation that anybody wants to be in with any team. But yeah, like would that be then karma on the Lakers for the Mark Williams situation? That would be funny. Well, not so funny, but it would be ironic, I suppose. Let's go here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just heard the tail end of that. Yeah, no, that's not a like no. If that should not be the way.
No.
If that happens again, there's like teams are going to be they will be insanely hesitant if the Lakers failed it to ever trade with the Lakers again.
Well, what if the Hawks fail?
Yeah, if the Hawks failed it, well then yeah, I mean then they would, but they're not going to. That's not going to be a thing. Those are
All right.
so few and far between. Like so.
Giannis says he wants to win, so the Bucks should buy smart. If they're scared, he'll just leave this summer. Go get MPJ and others from the Nets. No, with what? What are you buying MPJ with?
Yeah, they don't have
The Bucks don't
stuff
have
to get that.
much to go. I mean, Ryan Rollins and Ryan Rollins has been great, but then what else do you have? What are you going and giving up?
I mean, and
for
not
MPJ?
just to be like Ryan Rollins doesn't even get you close.
No.
Like, and so this was I apologize. My brain is kind of mush at this point, so I can't remember who to credit with this. But they basically said the Nets hanging on to Michael Porter Jr., if that happens over the next hour, is the Nets signal, much like a couple others here, that it is like Utah and Washington, they're trying to be better moving forward. Eric Gordon is being traded to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, and it's
That gets the
2023,
Sixers
2032 seconds. So the Grizzlies pick up a second round pick.
And that gets the Sixers under the luxury tax. They can now convert Dominic Barlow from his two-way, probably Jabari Walker too, if I had to guess.
And I bet Memphis waives Eric Gordon.
Can we go back just a minute here? The Celtics are now really close to getting out of the tax entirely. Like they're like one move away from getting out of the tax. It's probably keep an eye on Xavier Tillman here in the next little bit.
All right. 1 hour, Keith. 1 hour to go.
There it is. We're down to it.
All right. Let's see here. Let me go here. LA needs to go after Mathurin. Does Maxey ado? I mean, he's a restricted free agent and a first. Again, they're not going to give up the first. They're not going to give up. They're not going to take on salary. They're not going to give up the first if they think they have a shot at Giannis. I just don't see them doing that. I like Mathurin a lot. He's a good player. Interesting target, but it seems they're pretty set on keeping their draft capital, keeping their flexibility for the summer, and then going from there. And Mathurin at least is expiring, but he's restricted. And if you're a buyer on him, you're kind of implying that you want to be the team to pay him on his next contract. I just don't see them doing something like that right now. And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do either. It depends on what's actually available for them right now. No adults in the Lakers front office standing pat for a chance at Giannis is like quitting your 9 to 5 because you bought a lottery ticket. Very frustrating. I mean, it all depends, right? What is it that's out there right now that they can do? What is available?
A little different than that too, but
well, yes, exactly. But right, I mean, Keith, if there was something, if you told me they could turn Rui Hachimura and their first into Herb Jones or something, into something that really fits what they need, and they're refusing to do it because they think maybe they can get Giannis, that's a very different situation than the Lakers can turn their first round pick and Maxi Kleber into Sadiq Bey or something like that, and they're choosing not to do that to make a run at Giannis over the summer.
Yeah, outside of the second round pick portion of the Vincent Kennard swap, that is a no lose trade, especially on the cap sheet. There's nothing given up, nothing gained. Like you're good there. So they're in a spot where I think for them, again, they want to have that flexibility, whether it's for Giannis or not for Giannis. They just want to have that flexibility going into the offseason.
Yeah.
They do not want to take money onto the books. I know everyone's going to say Giannis, and quite frankly, I kind of hoped he would get traded because they did not want to do 5 months of almost 6 months of like, I guess 5 months of Giannis like stuff and Giannis to the Lakers stuff. But that's going to be how it goes. We know that's going to be how it goes,
Yep.
and it is what it is. So I'm not going to stretch that too much.
Exactly. And yeah, you're right. The Caps, it doesn't have to be Giannis. There's frankly not a lot out there in free agency, but you can do other things with that cap space via trade.
And who knows whose teams will, like, if the Knicks fall short in the playoffs, they're not running it back with this group again. See, I mean, the Cavs, they already kind of started the process, but like you're gonna see stuff like that, right? Like you're gonna see teams like Orlando. They dumped Tyus Jones to get out of the luxury tax. Well, next year there's not a Tyus Jones get you out of, like, it's like we got to think about a lot of other stuff to get out of the luxury tax. So if they're not playing very well, then that's they may have a player become available.
Right.
Giannis is the dream target. Fully get that. Everybody should think about that. But it's not like it's Giannis or fold the franchise.
Right.
And if they do, the Celtics should get Luka. I just think that's fair.
Why?
Just
out of all teams.
Where they already have the other Luka. Give them both.
Double Garza for a matching set. That's why the Lakers got Kennard. at least that's somebody who's close. Where will CP3 land on the buyout market? Yeah, CP3 apparently doesn't even have to report to Toronto. They're just going to waive him. Does his career continue?
Yeah, he's going to end up somewhere, I think. Where? I don't really know. I mean, it was interesting to me that the Lakers moved off a point guard.
Right? I thought the same thing, Keith. I went, because I said that going in, that if the Lakers somehow didn't have Gabe Vincent, maybe you could squint and say, I guess they could use a fifth ball handler and bring in Chris Paul. It would be ironic if he finally finished his career as a Laker, but yeah, I don't know. I think he lands somewhere, but I don't think it's 100% that he does. I think it's possible that he doesn't continue his career.
But it's certainly possible, but I don't think that's going to be. I think he will be somewhere.
Reports of the Lakers as a team to monitor for Cam Thomas. I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah. I mean, that would be interesting.
He's an expiring contract, so that's fine. But I haven't seen
very little this year.
Yeah,
could be helpful, and then you could re-sign him later.
Yeah. Keith, I need to jump out for just a moment.
Spencer Jones is being converted to Chris Haynes had that, which we knew that would happen. He ran out of his two-way stuff.
All right, I will be right back. There's a super chat here on Ivica Zubac.
What was the last one you pulled?
This one is the next one up.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Got it.
I'll be
right on there. All right, guys, you got me. I am the captain now. So I'm gonna need your help to let me know if I miss anything as it goes live. It says, hi guys, love the show. Should the Pacers try and trade Mathurin for Zubac or Kessler before the deadline ends? It's not a bad idea. It's not going to be Kessler. The Jazz have continued to tell teams they want to keep Walker Kessler, so it's not going to be him. As far as Zubac, yeah, maybe that is how we see that go in this one. You're going to have to give more than just Mathurin, and that would mean that the Clippers want Mathurin. So we'll see where that is with that. Sounds like the Rockets aren't going to make any trades. I thought they were so close to the apron they can't sign a minimum player. Just doing nothing. Contracts prorate. They go down in value the later you sign them. The less the player gets paid. They're now they can fill their open roster spot. Contracts are prorated enough that they can fill their open roster spot. The only team that was in position where they still had to wait was the Knicks. They were still very tight to their hard cap. Why do we never make the right moves, Lakers fans? They promise moves, they don't happen. I'm tired of being middle of the pack. We need a lot. I don't have anything to say to that. We answered this one already. Bucks want J-Dub this summer. They aren't slick. I mean, if that's where Giannis goes, I mean, the Thunder have plenty they could toss into trades for him. Would Giannis even want to go to the Lakers and be second to Luka, or does Luka want to be second to Giannis? Players don't really think that way. They tend to be more locked in on is this going to help us win? Versus worrying about the 1A 1B stuff is a lot more of a fan driven thing, and I'll say media too. Can LA do a sign and trade of Austin to get Giannis? They shouldn't need to. They could be a part of it, but the Lakers should have enough cap space to do that. So, Maxey and Dalton for Jeremy Sohan swap 2028 first. I guess I don't. That's too much money though for going the Spurs way. I don't think the Spurs would want to do that. They'd have to waive somebody. I don't think the Spurs are going that direction. Giannis chooses Lakers over other teams. Maybe. I mean, I it's hard to know. And he's not. It's not going to be his choice alone. It will be the choice of the team as well. Like they're not going to be able to just do that on their own. So, sorry. Let's see. Any team wanting Giannis better hope OKC wins the title, because if they don't, they're going to outspend everyone to get Giannis. Yeah, certainly possible. Certainly possible. That's how it could go down. We'll see. No, you can't zoom in on my face more. I mean, I guess you can if you really want to. Put on some purple and gold. No way. Get out of here. I own like a couple purple items only because Orlando City and the Orlando Pride here, our soccer teams in Orlando wear purple. That's it. And it's purple and yellow. Come on now. Or Forum blue and gold, right? We're starting to get some of the beat writer reports that I mentioned we would get earlier that the teams are likely done or done. So we're down to it, about 50 minutes to go. So 50, not 1-5. So we'll see, where that goes. CP3 for Houston or Kings. I don't think he's going to go to the Kings. I don't think they'd have any interest. I don't think he'd have any interest in that. But Houston, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. They could use another guard for sure. Let's see here. Help the lads out. Hit like and sub, please. Hit that like button and sub for us. We would love to have you guys here. Long term with us, because we're here all the time. Eric Gordon needs to retire. Yeah, maybe. We're close. Like we're certainly close to that. Can you get my autograph? Sure. If you see me out in the world, I'll definitely sign an autograph for you for free and everything. And you guys know the standing offer. If you show me you're subscribed to the show and you want it, I'll give you a hug, but only if you want it. I'm not going to force a hug upon you. Let's see here. Cody from Twitter says would have loved to have gotten Mac McClung's two-way attached to the Simons trade. Wouldn't have been legal. He just signed today, and there's a you can't immediately turn around and trade a guy, so he would not have been moved with that. Little bit of news from Mike Scotto. 76ers have signed Charles Bassey to another 10-day contract, so that gets Philly. They believe that gets Philly back to 15 players, or pretty close. I guess it doesn't. They've got work to do so there's a rule in the CBA where if with your two-way players, if you have under 15 players on standard contracts, your two-way players can't play more than a total of 90 games. And Philly has exhausted their 90 games. Jabari Walker has exhausted his entire 50-game individual eligibility. Dominic Barlow's almost there as well. He's at 40, I believe. So we're at a spot where it's going to be hard for them to get those done. Oh, big one. Trevor's going to come back for it. The Clippers are trading Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers. So there is the big move that the Pacers have been looking to get a center. Comes in late here, 2:12 Eastern. We're about 48 minutes from the deadline. We get another big major trade. The Ivica Zubac traded to the Indiana Pacers. We're waiting on what the details are. I imagine Shams will follow up with this momentarily with what it is. But that is a big get for the Pacers. The Pacers, this does very little for them this year, obviously. They are, not very good, but they are in a position where This is huge for them next year. The Pacers have all along said that their intentions are Tyrese Halliburton back next year with a good deep roster. They make the run, and now they get Ivica Zubac. This is a monster get for the Indiana Pacers for next season. Obviously, so huge trade there. Let's see what the rest of the details are when they roll in here. That's why I've got my eye on my tweet deck here as it spins. So this is an outstanding pickup for the Pacers. I think this is a big time move for Indiana. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing stuff here. If Conley, I think this is about Mike Conley. Does he end up reunion with the Jazz? No, the Jazz would not want to do that. So I think they're in a spot to I think they would Conley I think might go back to Minnesota now that they're there. So I think that is a chance for him there to go back to the Timberwolves. Because remember, if he got immediately waived, he couldn't go back to the Timberwolves, but because he was traded again to a third team, that team can waive him and he could go back to the Timberwolves here. Still not seeing the details on what the Pacers gave up to get Zubac. So just we're gonna see. We'll come back with that as soon as we get it. So sorry guys, I'm keeping my eye on a couple different things here. Let's look at this. Hey, there he is. Oh, you're muted.
Try it again. Ivica Zubac to the Pacers?
Yeah. You walked
What
away.
is
We got a big
happening?
one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ivica Zubac to the Pacers. Do we know the details? What's going to the Clippers?
They've not come out yet.
Oh my goodness.
Super chat here from ABC7 Lakers Nation, bunch of other stuff. Why is Stanley Johnson not in the NBA? He is good. Stanley Johnson was not very good in his last run in the G League. He shot it extremely poorly with South Bay last season. And now he's playing in Japan where he is putting up numbers, but still we're kind of there. Thank you for swapping.
People said me on the right seemed weird.
Yeah, we're on the wrong side. I don't like it either. I'm a creature of habit.
Let's see. Now, still no details on what's coming. So I like the Pacers obviously buying on a center.
Yeah.
I wonder what this means for the Clippers for this season. Like they don't have any incentive to lose games.
Nope. But they're probably gonna.
I mean,
John Collins might be next. It's our guy, front office show favorite.
That's right. Zoo to Indy. For what?
Yeah, we're just not getting any of those. That is not.
What the heck?
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it comes in, we'll talk about it.
Right on it. Yeah. The league hates Miami. Why does the league hate Miami?
I don't know.
Kawhi to Toronto. That would be funny.
That would be.
I did have somebody say if you're one of these teams that is if you were how do I put this? Like if you were in on Giannis and couldn't get him, why not try to see if you could get Kawhi?
Yeah.
Like if the Clippers are kind of starting over, like go get them. So
the Kawhi Leonard doing the Will Smith in the empty room thing.
Right? That'd be pretty funny.
Where did you finish off on the super chats?
The Stanley Johnson one. And then there's one. Oh, I guess this was for me. Trav said this summer is big for Rob's career to make moves, but do you take the risk? He can even get it done or move on now. They're not going to fire him, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
It's yeah.
They're not going to move on from him right now. I just mean this is a big summer in general, like for the Lakers as a team. We'll see where they go from there. But let's see.
Did the Clippers win or did the Thunder win the Zubac trade?
The Thunder, they might. It depends on what's coming back to the Clippers. Is it anything that can help them win?
Yeah, probably not. So Zubac makes, what does he make? Like 18, 19 million right now? 18 million. Pacers cap sheet. There's a lot of ways they could get there to match the salary. Maybe. It's probably not.
Is it something built around Mathurin?
Yeah, it could be Mathurin, could be Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Clippers would want that money going out. Isaiah Jackson and Mathurin.
That could be. It's going to be first. I'm assuming some first will be in the ball there.
Yeah, I'm seeing one of the Clippers people said 2 firsts, so we'll see.
Let's go.
They said I read the super chats too fast.
Did you do? Oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. I just saw where you're at.
Yeah. I did the one below that. I did this one already.
You did that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Any info on the Warriors making trades? I mean, they went after Giannis and didn't get him.
And then they got Porzingis. They're probably they got
Porzingis.
Smaller trade, so they're probably done.
The Miami Heat are the only East team to not make a trade.
Somebody remind me next year to take turn the notifications off for Jeff Passan.
Yeah. Because that's getting us. The Clippers have been getting calls in regards to Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if he's actually available. We'll see. Ben Mathurin is going to the Clippers as part of the trade, Jake Fisher just said.
Okay. I didn't see that come through. Okay.
Let's go. Why are so many teams? Oh, Ben. Yeah, still just Ben Mathurin is part of the trade.
Yeah, I see that now. So,
why are so many teams avoiding the luxury tax?
Because you don't pay the tax unless you're a title contender.
Right. Yeah. If you conduct the tax, if you're close, you might as well, because it's not only are you avoiding paying the tax, but you also get to take part of the tax disbursement.
Yep.
So it's like saving $1 million to drop below the tax actually nets you a lot more than that.
Yep.
I feel Zoo just bought a big place next door.
Well, no, sell it.
A lot of guys have homes in LA though that don't play.
Yeah,
in LA.
that's what. Do you remember when for years it was like this player bought a house in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, he's now the 400th player in the league to own a house in LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you take Cam Thomas for Dalton with the Nets? The math doesn't work on that. Dalton doesn't make enough. As far as with the Nets,
does. Cam Thomas only makes $6 million.
Yeah, Dalton only makes $4 million, and the Lakers are only $1 million-ish below.
Got it. I thought you meant just the two of them.
Oh, no.
Well, no, now they're $500K more.
Right, that's 1.5. I think they're 1.5 now below the first apron.
Yeah, it's in range. You throw in Thoreau or somebody.
Bronny.
And his dad.
Would there be any more way to be certain that LeBron was leaving this summer if they threw in Bronny as a salary match in a trade?
It'd be pretty funny. I mean, this is fantastic podcasting by us, but like I'm staring at it, waiting for the rest of this trade.
It's weird that it hasn't. Oh, Isaiah Jackson going to the Clippers, somebody's saying?
That would probably make it work.
Let's see.
A lot of people saying there have been a couple calls made on Kawhi. I mean, calls made are nothing.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but doesn't mean he's going to move, but doesn't not mean that either. Are my Pacers the only team in the NBA with no top 5 picks since 1988? I pray we get a top 1 to 3 pick this year. I don't know if they're the only team. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But
did you know the Kings have only had the number 1 pick once?
Really?
Yeah, and they drafted Purvis Ellison.
I mean, they've had some high picks that they've not done well with, but I didn't know they only had the number 1 pick. Well, right now, based on a chalk lottery, they would have the number 1 pick. Indiana right now would have the number 3 pick. Let's spin the wheel and see who gets lottery.
Yeah, let's do it. We haven't done a lottery.
We haven't done one in a while.
We haven't done one yet this year.
While we're waiting to see. Yeah. Oh, here's Anthony Slater. Draymond Green will remain with the Warriors through the trade deadline. He was involved in the Giannis conversation, but that never gained.
We have the rest of the Clippers trade too.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, ahead, there it is. Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 first-round picks and a second-rounder for Zubac. Oh, and Kobe Brown going too.
Kobe Brown. That's not good. Did you see? I had tweeted yesterday about how the Clippers now had roster space to move to convert Jordan Miller and Kobe Sanders, and a ton of people were like, "Jordan and Kobe, huh? Jordan and Kobe, huh?"
There you go.
Just made me laugh.
Jordan and Kobe. All right, let's spin the wheel here real quick, and then we'll talk about what we think about that trade. Oh, Sacramento does get number. Hey! Oh, I'm sorry about the Pacers.
Hey, Utah moves up. Imagine Utah moves up after, like,
oh man,
now guys, look at Charlotte.
Look at Charlotte.
Charlotte's not going to be in the lottery though.
Yeah,
Hornets playoffs. Let's go. Well, let's
they're
root
not
for
going to be
that.
in the lottery. Man, the Hawks pick up the 5th pick.
Yeah, that would not. That's disaster.
Yeah.
Right, like
that's disaster.
Go as far as possible. Well, yeah. So, all right, what do we got? Okay, all right. So this trade, all right, the 2026. Oh, it's this year's Pacers pick. Wait,
what?
Protected 1 through 4 and 10 through 30.
Are receiving a pick from the Pacers? That doesn't make any sense.
Clippers are receiving a 2026 first-round pick from the Pacers, protected 1 through 4 and 10 to 30, plus a Pacers 2029 unprotected first. So basically, the Pacers are saying, we'll give you our pick unless we jump into the top
4?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's what it is.
Holy crap.
It can't be 10 through 30 because they're not going to win enough to fall back to 10.
But I mean, now if the pick falls 5 through 10,
the Clippers,
the Pacers lose their pick.
Yeah. Yep. Tells me Zubac might not suit up all that often the rest of the season.
Oh my god.
For the Pacers.
I get why the Clippers jumped at this.
Yeah.
If this falls 5 through 10, the Pacers lose their pick.
5 through 9.
5 through 9. Yeah, you're right. 5 through 9. The Pacers lose their pick. I mean, and then we've seen you can have the worst record in the NBA and have that happen.
Yeah. Matherin's a nice player, right? Gives him a little bit more scoring punch. Isaiah Jackson's okay. Gives him another big to put in the rotation.
I wonder what happens to that pick if it doesn't convey.
It let's see. It converts to the Pacers 2031 unprotected first.
Holy crap.
Creativity.
2029 Pacers unprotected first is gone. If they don't get it this year, it becomes the 2031 unprotected.
That's pretty creative. That's actually really creative.
I mean, that spin that we just did, didn't that have Pacers at 5? Or no, at 6? Know.
Do you still have it up?
No, I reset it. So right now,
they're third
based on Tankathon, Indy has a 52% chance at top 4. That means they have a 48% chance of losing their pick.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
oh man,
that's what you had Zubac to Halliburton and Nemhard and Siakam like next year. Like, I mean, it might be where I don't know.
I don't know. Do you like that for the? I'm worried that that's too much.
I mean, it's definitely a gamble. It's definitely a gamble. I mean, that is something.
Man, and the fact that it becomes a 2031 first unprotected,
Yeah, it goes
and it doesn't
out.
convert to. It's not like it's an all or nothing. Like if they don't get it, it converts to seconds. Man, Keith, I am shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
So they have to finish in the bottom three to have
So
a 48.
all right, leave this screen up.
Yeah.
So what they're looking at is they have to be thinking we are not going to be any worse than fifth in the lottery odds. Because then if 4 teams jump us, the pick goes. Right? And if somehow we're worse than that, we'll still keep a mid-round, like a late lottery pick. If we, let's say the Pacers fall to 7th and 4 teams jump, we'll keep our pick and we'll give up a 2031.
Right.
So that's got to be why they set those specific protections on it. So that way they're probably looking and saying, all right, Utah's not catching us from behind.
Right.
So we're going into the lottery no worse than 5th. So that's why they've got to be setting this to, there it is. So,
but they have to be top 4 to keep their pick, correct? Or is it 5?
No, it's top 4. So they're saying but if we fall to 5 and 4 jump us and push us back, then like we're gonna if we finish further back, we go. I'm probably not explaining this well at all. I think what they're trying to do is protect the top 4. And then if for some reason things get really nutty with the tanking and then a bunch of teams jump like they did a year ago, they at least still have a pick here. They're basically saying you get this super narrow window that you can have our pick in 5 to 9.
I mean, I don't know. I look at it as though, because what are the odds that 4 teams are going to jump? Let's say they accidentally win. I mean, right now you accidentally win one game and you're 5. What?
I mean, Detroit, would they go in 2 years in a row with number 1 and 4 teams jumped them?
Right. It happens.
Back to 5.
It happens.
Yeah. So if you're the Pacers right now, you only need 2 teams or 2 to jump you and push you back to 5.
Let's say you finish in the 6th spot where let's say 5, right? You only have a 45% chance at the top 4. That means you have a 55% chance of losing the pick if 4 teams jumped you from the 4 spot.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like it's an interesting way to construct protections. And then the fact that it rolls all the way over to 2031 is wild.
That is. I think it's I look at it as essentially a coin flip. It's a coin flip to keep your pick or not. Just about.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's spin the wheel. What happens to the pick? Now it's the Pacers, the Nets, and the Wizards all have their pick on the line potentially.
No, not the Nets, the Jazz.
I'm sorry, the Jazz. Yes, the Jazz. Okay, so here they would keep it.
They would keep it here.
Yeah. They would keep it here. Look at Portland jumping all the way up.
Woo. That'd be something else.
And look what happened.
Oh,
look what happened with Milwaukee and Atlanta.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
Way back.
But if you're Milwaukee, you'd still wind up with the 5th pick. You wouldn't feel terrible, I guess.
Clippers, I want to. So they get off I mean, that's a good chunk of money too, depending what they do with Matherin for next year. That's like 19 million off the books. Because who knows if they keep Matherin, right?
Yeah. I really wonder, do we see a surprise Kawhi trade?
We got 27 minutes. I think
it would be fast for that to all come together, but unless they've been, stealth talking about it.
The Clippers are also now, if I'm doing my math right, barely above the luxury tax. I'm getting the Shams alerts.
It's all the stories after the fact.
No, I'm getting these way later than he's actually tweeting them.
Oh.
I don't know why. Oh, I guess maybe he deleted and fixed something. Maybe that's why it happened. Man, I'm this. Wow, what a
that's a crazy trade.
Yeah,
that's a crazy trade.
I do like it for the Pacers though. Next year they're going to go into the season, and this was with no other changes, with a starting lineup of Ivica Zubac, Pascal Siakam, Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, Tyrese Halliburton, with most of their bench guys still. Pretty good.
Oh yeah, they should be pretty good. They would be much better if they keep their pick though.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to give something to get something, right?
For sure. They're Pacers fans are going to be nervous as hell on draft night now.
Yeah,
and they're going to join Wizards fans,
and
Jazz fans.
Yep,
Jazz fans. All right, let's go.
Now everybody's like, why did the numbers drop off at 235? So
to not have both first protected top 8 is so dumb. I would assume the Clippers said we're not doing it.
Yeah, I mean, now you could say then they should have said no
back. Yeah. Is this
stop putting fake trades in the chat? Just stop.
Yeah. Is this draft that good that teams are giving up?
Is this draft that good?
The teams are tanking for the
100%.
Yeah, it's a very strong draft class.
Big time. Yeah, and the other thing is next year, this is probably too why the Pacers made a run at Walker Kessler, offered a package highlighted by 2 unprotected first-round picks and was declined. Pacers pivoted to Zubac. That's per Chris Haynes.
Wow. So 2 unprotected first for Walker Kessler, who's injured right now, and the Jazz still said no.
Yeah. What I was gonna, I don't remember what. Oh yeah, so part of the reason why I think the Clippers didn't want it to roll over to a pick next year or even the year after, those draft classes look horrible. It looks really bad here in the next couple things. So it's it does not look good for the next couple years. So it's
teams are not excited about those.
Yeah, they're not excited, but getting a good pick this year, 100%. Teams want well in.
Teams find a way.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Clever girl. How much money can I send to talk about the Lakers for the next 30 minutes? Do we not talk about the Lakers enough?
If you send $1,800, so $1,800 in deference to the Boston Celtics world record 18 NBA championships.
The ones when there were only 8 teams in the league don't really count.
Cool. Neither do the ones when they were in Minnesota then.
Sure they do. Those still count. There were still multiple teams in the NBA at least.
Okay. Sure.
It wasn't all, know.
Yeah.
What were they? Postmen and stuff like that were suiting up back there.
Yeah, George Mikan.
Yeah, Bill Russell versus the milk delivery man,
Yeah,
the
that's how it went
milkman.
down.
Said to
Meanwhile,
not
everybody's
have
like, "You
protect.
two suck." My team has 0.
Clippers have seriously entered the Giannis convo.
Yeah,
How?
maybe. I mean, they've got cap space. They've got
Yeah,
now
I
the
suppose.
imagine if the pick is 5th, like, "Hey, you want this pick?" Like,
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
that's true. That's true. If
They
they wind
don't
up
want
getting
us to
like the fifth
fight.
pick or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I want to go back again.
Yeah.
What if they keep the pick and get
Oh,
Tabonsa or Peterson or Boozer?
then you got something.
Oh man, do we have something?
So another trade, Tyus Jones to the Dallas Mavericks.
For Malachi Branham. So 2 guys who were traded yesterday. Now we're gonna swap. Sure. I mean, Dallas needs another guard. Maybe this time we're not gonna see um Kyrie Irving this year.
Mm-hmm.
So Branham wasn't gonna play for Dallas anyway. He was a toss in to make math work in the AD trade from Washington. So sure. I don't mind this. Especially if it's just straight up.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You wanted to go back?
We
one?
skipped. No, we're good with that one.
Okay.
No, I wanted to go back to what if the Pacers got like one of the top 3 guys.
Oh yeah. Got it.
That would be something.
Let's go here. Do you think the Clippers asked for 10 through 30 protection? Then they get the pick later if it turns out to be a bad pick?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't upset about that. If you're the Clippers, maybe you'd want it to be like 12 or 13 or something like that. But
I think if you're the Clippers and you're saying, hey, we avoided the kind of disaster potential of the late lottery.
Yeah.
10 through 30 is a joke because the Pacers are not. They're going to be in.
They're not going to be good. All right. So that's interesting.
I'm going to pull this just real quick. Spurs were super quiet on trade deadline. Like, that's been their MO for years.
Yeah.
It was just
and they like what they've got, and rightfully so.
It's only the last couple of years. Ooh, what do we got happening here? My phone's buzzing like crazy.
Clippers have included Kobe Brown in the deal. Indiana, okay. It's just that trade.
What did Jake say? Oh, Dallas wanted Tyus Jones this offseason. So yeah. The Bucks and Suns have expanded the minor trade they made. Ousmane Dieng is going to Milwaukee with Nick Richards to Chicago. Milwaukee, somebody in Chicago is like, guys, we have no one over 6'5" on the
anymore. We need a tall human being for our
Ousmane Dieng got traded 3 times in the last 2 days.
At what point does he finally say, guys, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay right here in this spot. You tell me where I need to go when everything's done.
Yeah, someone pick me up. I'm not meeting you anywhere.
All right. What is Tatum's outlook to return this season? If he's healthy, he'll play and ready to go. And if he's not ready to go, then he won't. I think that's the simple.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Should the Lakers sign Lonzo Ball if he's bought out? Can they? Yes. Should they? Keith, unfortunately, he's not looked like Lonzo this year.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because it means we're probably near the end, but he just isn't. He can't move anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the, I hate the way his career went because he was such a special talent. And that was when it was like, this guy can't shoot. Then he learned how to shoot.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, now we really got something. And now it's just, sucks, but I think it's just over.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, Lonzo that Bulls team was so fun.
Yeah.
And it just didn't last. They burned bright, and then that was that. Lonzo got hurt and things started falling apart. But that was a fun team. I hope Lonzo eventually gets back to where, and we thought maybe last season that he might get there. But he's not really been playable for the Cavs this year. I mean, have you seen he's shooting like 30% from the field, like 27% from three. Like it's rough right now with Lonzo. He's just not the player that he was.
Yeah, it's just a bummer. I mean, the Cavs weren't even playing him either, even when they had backcourt injuries. Just what wasn't. Yeah, he just looks like it's over at this point, which is sad.
Real quick, but on this, the Clippers, they've now traded Harden. You've got Garland, but he's got injury issues. You traded Zoo. Okay, you still have Brooke Lopez. Maybe Niederhauser gets more opportunities. At the same time, Memphis is tanking. The Mavs probably are going to tank. They traded away AD. They're feisty though on any given night. Do the Clippers just stay in the plan?
I mean, assuming Kawhi stays healthy, probably.
I mean, who catches them?
Yeah, that's the problem. None of those teams. I mean, Portland would like to, but nobody else.
Yes, but okay, they fall to 10. Does Memphis, Dallas, Utah certainly doesn't. They would lose their pick.
Was it last year we talked about this? Remember, the bottom of the West was like, who's gonna fall ass backwards into this?
You're right.
Last spot, like that seems like where we maybe could go. Yeah. Clippers have no reason to shut it all down, though.
No.
So because they don't have their pick, Utah has every reason to shut it down. So
this comment said lots of teams are about to hit the epic super tank. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough teams that are it's all or not. Like they lose their pick if they don't lose enough games. You know, if they don't fall far enough in the
everybody wants in that top three.
It's going to be like I know the lottery odds aren't flattened anymore, but we're going to see some teams I think go to some extremes.
Yep. Yeah. Now the Pelicans, they don't have any reason to tank.
So, right.
Like they'll be okay. So a couple of people have asked in the chat, excuse me, throughout the day about what's going on with the Kawhi and the cap circumvention stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We were never going to get anything about this until after the All-Star game. The Clippers are hosting the All-Star game. They just weren't going to make it into this whole big mess ahead of that. So something will come after the All-Star game.
Yeah.
What that something will be, who knows, but it's,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know what ultimately that's going to be.
Justin Russo does a great job covering the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, kind of, Trevor, what you were saying, but very simple terms here. There's a 47.9% chance that the Pacers' first-round pick conveys to the Clippers between 5 through 9. So the Clippers are basically betting on a coin flip that if they don't get it this year, they get an unprotected pick in 2031.
Yep.
That really makes it simple. It's exactly what it is. So it's either we got 2 firsts pretty far out, or who the heck knows what the Pacers will be by 29 and 31, or we get a really great pick now. So Clippers did well. I mean, I like Zubac, but I mean, they did well. And Mathurin will help them the rest of this year because you got to replace Harden's scoring.
Right.
And Mathurin will help with that because we don't know when we're going to get Darius Garland.
And they get a look at Mathurin right now, and then he's a RFA this summer. They can keep him if they want.
Yep.
And go from there. All right, let's see. Lots of talent shifting from west to east. Power balance shifting east next year. What's lots of what? Like AD?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, you could say Harden went east, but Garland went west.
Kevin Pritchard, who is the Pacer, like runs the Pacers front office.
Yeah.
So Caitlin Cooper said the draft lottery is going to be wild. If you guys don't know Caitlin Cooper, she covers the Pacers. It is amazing with the work she does covering the Pacers. Like super detailed film breakdowns and everything. Really, really good. But she said the draft lottery is going to be wild. Kevin Pritchard, who runs the Pacers front office, replied, "Yes, it is," with 3 popcorn bucket emojis.
Oh my God.
Leaning into it.
Leading into like we are seriously betting our pick on a coin flip right now. like Mr. Beast needs to host the coin flip.
Yeah. We'll do it again. I think we were live last year for the draft lottery, right? So We'll do it again this year.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's going to be crazy.
I think my tweet deck was like, that's been enough.
You've had enough.
Come on,
All right.
hang in there. I need you for 13 more minutes.
Who can the Knicks sign as a buyout target?
I'll have a buyout article ready to go a little bit later today. Can't find my buyout paper now. What do we just get?
It's Sham's just promoting one of his things.
Cool. Tyrese Halliburton is excited they got Zubac. Yeah. No sugar.
Buyout market will pick up over the next few weeks.
Let's talk about it real quick because this comes up every year. We're going to repeat this on a million shows. Players do not have to be signed by March 1st. They just have to be waived by March 1st to be eligible. You can sign all the way till the end of the season, but they have to be waived by March 1st. So we got 3-ish weeks.
Yep. And you're looking for if you're looking around going, who could get bought out? Typically, you're looking for a veteran player, last year of their deal, on a bad team. Those are the three ingredients typically to make a buyout candidate. There are some exceptions to that, obviously, but that's typically what you're looking for. And keep in mind, buyout players don't tend to move the needle much. Again, sometimes there are some exceptions to that, but in general, the buyout players are getting bought out for a reason, and you're probably not going to see like your future changed based on the buyout market.
Yeah, it's players on the buyout market. They're like Lonzo Ball, for example, much more name than game by this point in their career. Like guys don't hit the buyout market that are really, really good.
Yeah.
And then I've now seen people be like Marcus Moore. He didn't change like everything.
Markieff Morris. He at least helped. Sorry. He played in the playoffs, but that's the bar. Like he played and was a role player in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'll give you one from the Celtics, PJ Brown back in the day.
Yep.
Was good, but it's just not
all right, let's go here. Most surprising player that didn't get traded. I mean, obviously we've got 11 minutes now.
Yeah.
But John Morant is still a Memphis Grizzly.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised by that.
Yeah. Giannis, I would say just how much was around all that.
Sure.
For so many forever with that. So most surprising player not Cam Thomas, maybe?
That's a good one.
Michael Porter Jr. I guess
Michael Porter Jr., Cam Thomas. We expected those guys to potentially be sold. I would assume Kobe White moved.
Yeah.
Yves Missi, there was some talk about him.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm just scanning through. You said Ja already.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Gafford, maybe? There's a lot of buzz around him. Yusuf Nurkic?
Yep. Nurkic is a good one. Nurkic is a good one.
Kuzma, Portis. I mean, Bucks veteran.
Sabonis, somebody said. I always thought he would be tough.
Sabonis was going to be hard.
It's not a wide market for Sabonis.
DeRozan, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that the Kings haven't really sold on anybody else.
Yeah.
Early. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Middleton moved.
Terry Rozier, somebody said.
Yeah, assuming that there was going to be no roadblocks to trading him. I think that's most of the guys.
All right. Why don't we see Haywood Highsmith to the Lakers yet? Isn't he waived? Well, first of all, he has to clear waivers.
Yeah.
Second of all, we don't know if the man can play basketball right now or not. Now, he's supposed to be making the season. He literally has not played a single minute all year. Teams have got to
hey, dude, he got waived like 2 hours ago.
And
maybe it's just a misunderstanding and I shouldn't laugh, but he's going to be on waivers for the next 2 days.
Right. Yep. And then we'll see what happens. Can someone wake up Pat Riley? What's up with the Heat? They were all
related. Ira Winderman just said to not have taken the cap relief with the non-guaranteed portion of Terry Rozier's deal, which was like $1 million that they could have saved, but
Mhm.
and then do nothing with their contract seems like an opportunity missed for the Heat. He's
Mhm.
not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. The not
You know, I
move.
think Ira has covered the Heat since they like have existed.
So when I look at what's gone on with the Heat, it looks like they were all in on Giannis, and they don't want to do anything that might negatively impact a pursuit of Giannis this summer.
Yeah.
So they kind of got
moved Rozier for some expiring contract or something.
yeah, just to try to do something. This one said, "I've been shocked that Dalton Connect didn't get traded."
That one doesn't. That's probably fair too.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought I think what it tells you is that nobody valued Connect. Like people wanted because he's on the books next year for 4.2 million. I think that tells you that teams were asking for something back for taking him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because if they could have just dumped him for free,
yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
the
they probably
it's the
would have.
next year, right? That's the issue. This year's whatever it makes basically nothing, but next year, yeah, what is it for? 4.
They picked up the team option, 4.2 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. He's
7
trending
minutes
towards not getting his 4th year team option picked up.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
What really will happen with Giannis in the summer? We don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
He could remain a Buck. He could get traded. Unfortunately, he can't sign an extension until October. Worst case scenario is Giannis hims and haws and says, I don't know if I'll sign an extension. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And it drags on all the way till October. That's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. That would not be.
That would not be good because then teams that are interested in trading for Giannis, what do? Do you just wait around and hope that Giannis doesn't sign the extension?
Chris Haynes says the Clippers are not moving Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
Chris is usually pretty tied into Kawhi stuff.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know, Chris broke Kawhi to the Clippers before anybody else did.
5 minutes till the deadline, everybody. 5 minutes.
Not get a Xavier Tillman move out of the Celtics yet.
Yeah.
Or at least it hasn't been reported. So we'll see. I think that's still on the table. See.
Who can the Lakers get on a quick pickup, like a buyout? I mean, the guys who get Chris Paul, Lonzo, like whoever else gets bought out.
Yeah, Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
maybe Chris Middleton.
Yep.
Pat Connaughton. I think they need another white guy who can shoot.
That's what they need. That's what they need. Kennard pushes us over
Lakers need
the
to
top.
stay off the Celtics corner with this white shooter stuff.
Pushes us over the top so well. Well done, Rob. Obviously, they didn't think there was anything there that was going to put them over the top or that was worth it, and they didn't have the assets available to do something, particularly significant. They do get a good shooter, but I mean, he's not like you change your starting lineup and play him 35 minutes a night. I do think Keith, that JJ Redick will, draw up some stuff for Kennard coming off screens and stuff like that.
He just needs to shoot. Like he passes up a weird amount of shots for a guy who's not a bad shooter. It's just a weird thing. Like a guy. Let me rephrase: a guy who is a great shooter. I'm not even going to say not a bad. Like he is a great shooter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a little weird. I will say this: if we are talking on like July 4th, 5th, whatever, and the Lakers have done nothing, like, yeah, fire, get them out of here.
Yeah.
Because that's not like then you did nothing at the trade deadline. You're not, and they won't do nothing, but it's like just,
if you don't give yourself a shot to really go do something.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. I would be like, get out of here. Under 3 minutes to go.
Here we go. Did we get anything right at the buzzer?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess we'll get in maybe like a couple minor, like maybe tax, like a Tillman type thing. But I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna get anything big. I don't know. Just so everybody knows, too, teams aren't like scrambling, like, okay, are we good at 250? It's not like that. It's like that at the draft because
Mhm.
you actually have a clock on, but it is not like that. Like at the trade deadline. This is where final details are on this. It just hasn't leaked out yet.
Mhm.
Worth reminding everybody as it goes. Trades the official. The best way to know is they either pop on the NBA transaction log, or they, which you can just people ask all the time, like, how do I get access to that? Pull up NBA.com and players transactions, and they're all there.
Mhm.
So you can get there, and you can or the teams tweet about it.
Yep. Yeah, that's how you know that it's officially official.
You expect the guys who were traded over the last couple of days. I mean, Schroeder and Keon Ellis played last night. But a couple guys probably probably a couple days before you'll see those guys suit up.
Mhm.
Which is always funny because then they get in like a game and then it's the All-Star break.
Yeah, All-Star break is not far away. All right, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Minute and change.
2 minutes till pencils down.
Kennard
oh, sorry,
might
1
be a
minute now.
Rui
1 minute.
replacement? No, that's not a like. I mean, shooting wise, maybe, but Rui is like 4 inches taller and a much better rebounder. And Kennard does not do much beyond shoot. He's a good ball mover.
Yeah.
But it's shooting is what you're getting out of him.
Lakers need to run the all white lineup now.
We call those a whitewash.
Snowing in Los Angeles.
I call it a whitewash, and there was a year where I had to include Derek White in it, which I thought was fair for the Celtics because his last name was White.
That still counts.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're there.
Any shots at the buzzer? Pencils down, everybody. Biggest trade deadline loser.
Billionaire owners who lost a lot of tax money.
Yeah.
Which none of us should care about, but that's going to be like a story.
All right. Trade deadline passes. Losers, I don't know. I mean, the Warriors missing out on Giannis. I think the Rockets not getting a guard.
Yeah.
That was
that's a good one.
I mean, the Heat sitting out, not getting Giannis, and then not doing anything with Rozier's contract.
Yeah.
There will be no Domantas Sabonis trade, according to Jake Fisher.
Okay.
Because there's always a chance stuff comes in right after.
Yeah.
It's rare, though.
I'm just scrolling through and looking. I mean, the Knicks didn't do anything big.
Yeah.
Off Yabusele's contract, but
I mean, you picked up Alvarado. That's something.
Oh, that's right. All right. No, that's good. I withdraw that. That's a good pickup. Good call. The Nets? I don't know. The Nets, I mean, they use their cap space, but only on like little salary dumps.
Yeah. Yeah, the Nets didn't do a lot.
What was that? I can't get it to open.
What was what?
I got it buzzed and
I just have Jake Fisher, no Domantas Sabonis trade.
Oh, maybe it was
potential losing LeBron and AR and Rui for nothing this summer. Giannis is not as durable. Even if they get him, I don't see his game aging like LeBron's has. Well, But can't you say that for most players? Like 99.9% of the players in the league, they're not expected to play at a high level at 41 years old. So there's that. But Giannis is not as durable. Maybe we'll see. We'll see where things go with him. And I'm not even saying they're going to get him, but we'll have to see. The Lakers, obviously, they're putting a lot on this summer. They're putting their eggs in that basket, and we'll see what ultimately they can do. I think they've heard everything they can possibly hear from Austin to suggest that as long as the money's right, he's not going to go anywhere. That said, he will be a free agent, so I guess you never say never. Rui is extension eligible right now. They could extend him right this minute. They also have all the way until June 30th to give him a contract extension. So they could just say, no, we'll see you later. We don't know what that's going to look like. And then LeBron, all options are open. They could offer him a contract. They could not offer him a contract. He could retire. He could accept a contract, or he could decide he wants to go somewhere else. We don't know which way all of that is going to go. So there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of different ways to go, and what path they choose, we'll see. All right. Keith, doesn't look like anything came in after the buzzer here.
Yeah, I'm just scanning. I sent a couple texts off just to see, but I don't know. It's weird the Celtics get so close to being out of the tax, and I don't think they made it. Which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
It maybe looks like we're holding that against them, trying to extract more or something.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like we had 29 total trades involving 42 unique draft picks and 69 players. Nice.
That's a pretty busy trade deadline.
Yeah.
For a deadline where a few days ago we were like, is anything going to happen?
Yeah. We got the Trae Young trade and then nothing for a month.
Chris Boucher being waived by the Utah Jazz.
Not a surprise.
Yeah. So for a trade deadline that just a few days ago looked dead, this wound up being a pretty eventful trade deadline. A lot of stuff happened. I mean, Anthony Davis got traded, right? We saw some moves made. Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, I mean, there were it's legit star players got moved. Yeah, Trae Young.
If the bar is the Luka trade, everything will fall short of that.
100%.
This was a really busy trade deadline.
Big time, yeah. Yeah, so let's go. I mean, Harden for Garland?
Yes, yeah. I didn't even mention that one.
Monster trade. All right, so going back, but we'll go back to the beginning. Trae Young, that was a big one. The Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. That's a huge trade. He's a guy who makes him essentially the max. Garland for Harden, the AD trade. But Porzingis is a $30 million player got moved.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, these were pretty, big, a lot of big stuff. The Zubac trade.
The Pacers betting their pick on a coin flip.
Yeah. I mean, as much as and that's like at the buzzer, right?
Yeah.
As much as it came, it came in very, what was that? 2:00 or after, almost 2:15 that one came in. So, yeah, I mean, it was a really busy trade deadline. My cap sheets are disaster, and that's going to take me forever to update. And then I have 9 million things to write. So that'll be fun.
That's gonna be a good time.
Shamit Duo, who covers the Pelicans, sources say the Pelicans have traded for the inscription on the gates of hell, which reads, "Abandon all hope, all ye who enter here."
Oh no!
The inscription will reside at the entrance to the practice facility.
Oh no! Oh, the Pels. Poor Pels.
Yeah. Oh, Cam Thomas is being waived.
Whoa!
Okay.
That is a buyout target.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a guy teams will be on.
Yep.
Get him for the minimum, see if you can make it work. Surprised the Nets couldn't trade him for something small then. I guess this is one where, you know what, that's one of those examples where things come out where it's like this guy might get bought out, and then people are then teams are like, well, we're not going to give up anything for him.
Right. Allowing him to enter free agency. Man, so he's somebody we just talked about how buyout guys don't change much for a team. Cam Thomas is as a 6-man scorer role is enough to where he could go on a heater in a playoff game and seriously help a team.
On the flip side, he could come in and launch a bunch of shots and lose.
He could
too, but
he absolutely could.
Keep an eye on. I don't think it will happen, but keep an eye on a potential waiver claim for him.
For $6 million.
He only makes $6 million. So any team that has a big enough trade exception or a chunk of their mid-level left could claim him.
That's a good thought. Who could do that?
I mean, there was a crap ton of trade exceptions created this week. So
that's true.
Orlando, but that would put him back in the tax. But that's just an example. Yeah. Crazy madness.
Man. No trades materialized, and the Kings held on to Domantas Sabonis, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Malik Monk.
Okay.
Wow. That Cam Thomas news is surprising.
So a couple of people say, can you guys talk more about buyouts? I'll have a piece up about the buyout market shortly.
Yeah. And we'll have some time to talk about buyout stuff too.
I mean, that's the transactions are outside of the buyout season. Transactions are now done until June. So,
man, that they couldn't trade Cam Thomas and now they're just waiving him.
Yeah, I like the Kings too. Like, I don't know. I don't love them just hanging on to all those guys. Like, it gets a bonus. You don't want to pay to get off him. LaVine was never likely, but no, I would have thought maybe you might have found something for DeMar DeRozan.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, we did it. Multiple hours of live shows this week. Thank you guys.
Let's go.
Everybody who joined. We ton of people over the last few days each time we went live. So we love all the support. If you're in there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll, unless something changes, we'll do our show tomorrow and we'll do our regular Friday live show, maybe with a bit more foolishness mixed in. We didn't have a lot of foolishness this week. We were too busy.
We were too focused.
Yeah.
We were too focused.
I know you have a game to cover later. Go take a nap or something.
I've got a game to cover in a little bit. I'll be on for like 4 hours for that. I may need a nap.
Yeah, you should.
Thank you everybody for joining. Appreciate all of you. Till later tonight. See ya. And stay safe. Oh, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave.
And the like button.
And the like button.
Let's go.
See ya.